Okay, we're doing this strength training for runners. So tonight, you actually don't need a thing but yourself. If you have weights, dust them off, get them into position. Don't get them too close so you don't kick anything. I'm going to be saying that for a while. Anyway, let's get started with our good posture. So everyone go ahead and let's do this. Let's get up standing tall. All right, I want you guys thinking about something good from today. While you're here, I'm not trying to make this like a woo-woo thing, but you know how you get stuck thinking about that dumb thing you did like 2 years ago while you're trying to fall asleep, shoulders back, hands forward. That is so silly. We get our mind like stuck on those things. Let's think about something that's like amazing we did today. I mean, whatever, even if it was making the best peanut butter and jelly, that's fine. All right, now we can start. Let's do it. So hip hurdles, everyone, standing on one leg. We're going to stand on one foot for 30 seconds. Like no big deal, right? So for all of you guys, do not take for granted that you can just stand on one foot for 30 seconds with no big deal. It is actually a big deal. This is hard for some people. So anyway, yay for us for practicing this. And if you are falling over, it's okay. Get to keep practicing it, right? 3, 2. All right, start on the other side. On this side, need to hang on. Turns out this boot, I'm not balancing very well in it. So I'm going to hang on. And if you are falling over with every step, you can hang on too, right? I just have one finger on the wall. That helps me out because otherwise I don't get to do the exercise at all. And really what we're trying to do is warm up our hips, move it in all the directions. This is a ball socket, so it gets to go all over the place. I like it. All right, stop there. All right, stand up tall again. We're going to do a hinge to a windmill. So we do these hinges a lot. That's when we just take a bend at our waist and we're going to get our arms open and then twist with our arms open wide, trying to get our chest fully to the wall, to the side. Then we'll come up. Yes. And then let's hinge again and get our chest fully twisted, trying to twist our shoulders independently of our hips to the other side. Good. So keep this going. We're going to keep this going for another 30 seconds or so. So we're standing, both feet are planted. They're facing forward. Knees are soft, so you could bend them a little bit if you needed to. Arms are super wide, like we are so proud. We're this big and coming forward. Good. Keep this going for 10 more seconds. Trying to get movement through our spine so we can move our shoulders and hips independently. Good. 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, nicely done. Let's switch this to a squat. Our squat will be, it doesn't have to be super low. We are in the warm-up portion. Squat. We're going to kick back so our glutes tight. Knee drive. And then replace it. And then do it on the other side. Kick back, glutes tight, knee drive, put it back, and we'll just keep going like that. So you're alternating sides. So it's just a squat. Super. It does not have to be low. You do not need to impress one person with this one. Kick it back. You feel your tight glute. You knee drive. Keep it going. Good. All right. If you feel like, all right, I'm finally have the creaks out, then you can get a little bit lower. That's great. But if you never get super low, doesn't matter to me. Truly, this is a warm up. These are all things you guys are doing before you go out for a run, right? Yep, Dana. Okay, I knew it. I thank you so much for everyone yelling me the answer. Super. All right, 3, 2. All right, let's just get in some ankle mobility here. So we can do it lots of different ways. One way is just standing up nice and tall. Got our glutes tucked, and then we just take a knee bend, right? You can also do this one leg at a time, sort of aiming towards the wall. But either way, you can get onto your couch or bed and just come knee over your ankle. But I just want you thinking about, can I get some good movement through my ankle? So trying to get your knee over your toes if you can. So I can just stand here, knees over my toes. Hey, guess what? You could do this while you're drinking coffee in the morning. No excuses. Just moving through, because you know those first couple steps, if you're a morning runner, sometimes your ankles are like, what's happening to me? I don't know what's going on. Or if you've been sitting all day, this is a good one. So getting just 10 more seconds here. You can hang out in this position if that feels good. Just getting some movement here. Moving it to the end of the range, and good. All right, we're gonna do some walkouts. I'm not gonna show you because I still cannot get down from here into a plank, but you know these, we come into a forward fold, fingers come down towards the ground. We start walking out. Actually, I can do it just with one leg. Walk out into a plank. Hold that plank for a second, then push it back up all the way up to tall. There we go. All right, you can use both feet. I'll just use one, but keep this going. We're going to do a full minute of walkouts. When we're doing walkouts, we're just trying to wake up every single muscle in our body. We're getting in a good hinge. We feel a stretch through the back of our legs when we're in that hinge. Then as we walk out, our shoulders have to do some work. We get a couple seconds in a plank, all the good stuff. All right, don't scrunch up your shoulders to your ears. I see some of that. I want to have nice space here. Good. All right, 10 more seconds. You probably have time for one or maybe two in the last 5 seconds here. And 3, we'll end up in the nice tall position. 1. All right. Okay, not everyone ended in a tall position. I'll give you guys a chance to get into that tall position. Everyone, I want you to be in whatever position feels like you could get into a really low squat. And I mean low squat, like down here. And go ahead and join me. If you've got a weight nearby, you can grab one. That could help you hang out down here with a little bit of a counterbalance. So it's up to you. You can see I'm sort of off, not exactly symmetrical here. My low squat is suffering, but you can either move through this motion or get down nice and low, use this counterweight and just sort of hang out. We're opening up the hips. You can feel we are accessing all that mobility we got through our ankles. If you feel like I don't have much mobility through my ankles, well, you know what to do. And you can foam roll those calves, your feet, and then do some ankle mobility. We're going to just hold this for 10 more seconds, and then we're going to sit our butts on the floor and get into a 90-90 stretch for our hips, continuing the hip movements here. 3, 2, all right. So the 90-90, that's when we're sitting with our knees are the 90s. All right. So if this position is tough for you, you can have this back leg any way you want. We're going to focus on this front leg. And I want you to come forward. Imagine like you're going to have your hands like in a push-up position. And then you're going to do a release here. As you exhale, come down, giving yourself lots of space through your chest to get down to your knee. And then you can inhale as you come back up. And let's just get a couple of these in here on this side, and then we'll switch to the other side. So you're coming down, exhale, just blow it out. Most of you guys are by yourself, or maybe you're just have a cat or dog, totally fine. Just let it go. It's totally fine to breathe out loud. We often spend time not taking up this kind of space, embarrassed of the sounds we're making. Okay, I can see there's some body sounds that are embarrassing, but not breathing out. All right. And let's go ahead on to the other side. Go for it. On to the other side. All right, so same thing, get your hands on either side of your knee. As you come down, exhale, because then you'll have the space, right? If you have a big breath of air here, you sort of come across those inflated lungs. As you exhale, you get to be able to come down a little bit easier. Then as you push it up, you get that inhale. Good. So keep this going. This should feel like you are getting a stretch, not just through your hips by holding this 90-90 position, but through your glute as we come down, getting our chest down towards the ground. You should never be in a position that makes you have to hold your breath because it's too hard, or be in pain, feel like something is ripping either your clothes or your muscles. Never, we don't want to do that one. All right, 3, 2, super. Let's switch this to a glute raise. So this is the one where you are on your back, knees bent. So everyone go ahead and join me. I will walk you through this. So everyone should have your back fully on the ground. So what I want you to do to make sure that's happening is take your rib cage, imagine it going up towards your ceiling. You can feel now you have a big arch in your back. Now do the opposite. Get that rib cage pointing down to the ground. Perfect. Now that arch is gone. and your back should feel more comfortable. So once you're there, now I want you to feel your heels on the ground. So your heels, I want you to just feel them on the ground. Now push through and let's get our butts off the ground. So push through the ground with your heel, glutes squeeze tight, come on up, and then release. Let's do that again. Come on up, push through the heels, squeeze your glutes nice and long, hip flexors here, and release. Good, let's do 2 more. So come on up, push through the heels, squeeze the glutes, up, 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 and release. Then on our last one, we're gonna come up and hold. So lift up, everybody, come on up. You've got a good glute bridge here. Now you're holding, we're gonna hold for 20 seconds. So everyone should be relaxed here. You wanna make it a little harder. Instead of having your hands at your sides, you can have them above your head. Now you're not using them to stabilize your core, you're using your muscles. So you have your hands above your head, that makes it just a little bit harder. 5 more seconds and we get to drop it down. 3, 2, 1, but stay where you are. We are not done. So now we're gonna do single legs. So we're gonna come up again into that glute bridge position. We're gonna hold it, and then we're gonna hold a single leg position. So everyone come on up again. We're in that glute hold position that we ended with before. We're just hanging out there. Now I want you to take your right leg, lift it up. The knee comes towards your chest, and we're gonna hold here. We're gonna hold for 15 more seconds. Let's see it, everybody. This should feel tough. It should feel like your glutes are coming down towards the ground. They want to, you wanna just drop, but don't let them. You're not going to. Everything's cool. 3, 2, all right, switch sides and just hold the other side. So go ahead and switch your sides and then hold that other side. 15 more seconds. So it's the same thing. All right, Maria, either you're doing a dance or you're waving at me, and I'm for either way. I like it. Thumbs up. All right, 3, 2, nicely done. All right, and to end our warm up, always we do side planks. So go ahead and get into a side plank position. So for some of you, most of you, I've seen you doing these before. You're excellent at them. So long bodies and come on up. Some of you, I haven't seen you do these before. So if you need to, have your knees bent and come up on the side, totally fine. All right, since all of you who know how to do it are already doing it, let's go for it. For those of you who haven't done it before, from the side, and we're just lifting up from here, keeping our shoulders stacked. So check out, where are your shoulders first? Are they right on top of each other? Making sure your neck now is not out of line with your body, but back and in line. So your chin is sort of down towards your chest. Then if you've got this, lift and lower those legs, make it a little harder for yourself. Yes, this is good. 5 more seconds and we're gonna switch sides. I like what I'm seeing out here, and good, switch sides, turn it over. All right, we're gonna get the other side started in 3, 2, going for it. You're on. Nice long bodies. Check those shoulders. Are they stacked? Same with your hips. Check your hips. See if those are stacked. Now check your neck. Make sure you're in line. And then if you want to lift and lower those legs, you're invited. Lift and lower. Let's do it. All right. We are good. So there's 10 seconds left, and then you can stay on the ground because our drills today are all glute med and they are on the ground. So why get up when you don't need to? 3, 2, nice. All right. Well done. Hopefully everyone's feeling warmed up, and hopefully you have some of those we haven't really done before, or we've done a little bit differently. So add those to your run warm up routine. All right. For our drills, we are working on glute medius. If you were here last week, that's the side of our butt. It is the underutilized muscle, and we need it for good, healthy knees. So for the first thing we're going to do today, we'll do it together. We're going to be in the same side plank position, kind of, but our bottom leg is bent under and the top leg is up. Now I want you to first, go ahead, everybody. I see you joining me. Good. Making sure hips are stacked above each other. So it's easy to be sort of open here or closed. We want them just on top. Now point your heel up. So your foot is not flat or your toe up, but heels up. Now what I want you to do is that front hand can be in front of you. You're going to need it because I want you to take your foot in front of you and then as far behind you as possible, but you're staying in that same height. So you're not coming up, right? So you're just coming forward and then back as far as you can, but leading with your heel, right? The heel is always a little bit higher than your toes. Good. So when you come back, that should really get that glute med. All right, we're going to do 10 more seconds and we're going to hold in that back position. Good, everybody. Let's see it. I see you. Good, good, good. Here we go. Get into that back position. Heel is a little bit higher than your toes, and we're going to hold here. Don't forget to breathe. That's why I'm breathing loud. When I breathe loud, it's my cue to remind you, you also need to breathe. 3, 2, good. Let's do the other side. Let's do the other side. All right. If this doesn't feel hard enough, you can do the next round if you want with your bands, if you've got them. Otherwise, let's go for it. Here we go. So same plane. Now, it's really easy to do this by rocking our body back and forth. You can see that is not how I'm doing this, right? You got our foot come forward and foot comes back, trying to stay in that same plane. I can see, I'm not doing that perfectly. I can see my camera on me. When you come back, I really want you thinking about heel leads, heels in charge. Good. So everything's still except for that top leg. All right, 5 seconds, and then we get to hold behind us. Here we go. Go ahead, get that leg back. The heel, leads. So heels up, feet, the toes are down. It doesn't have to be a lot, right? Just a little bit. And then we are holding here. Another 3, 2, great. All right, so our second move is really kind of the same, but we're going to be in a tabletop position. So watch me first. So we're in this tabletop position. Now, I want you really thinking about your torso is working hard to help you not move at all. The only thing that's moving is going to be your leg. So you've got your leg out to the back behind you. So it's going to be back here like we're doing a bird dog. But then we're going to come to the side and back. I want you moving your leg as far to the side as you can without you moving. So you can see for me, I can move out this far, but once I get farther, I sort of collapse my arms. So I come out to the side and back, side and back. My leg stays on the same plane of motion. So let's see you guys try it. Go for it. So good tabletop position. You're pushing the ground away and then legs come to the side and back. Good. So you should feel this in the side of your leg. Yes. Okay. I see everyone's doing it. Now, the trick is it can be really hard to keep your body still. That's what we're looking for. Ooh, one thing I do see is necks crumpling. Let's get necks nice and long. Good change, Wendy. Good. You're not looking down at your knees or toes or any of that. Good. 5 more seconds. And let's go to the other side. Everyone go ahead to the other side. So readjust, get that really good tabletop. Torso is holding you still, and then you're just coming out and back. Good. So if this feels weird to you, or it just feels, I don't know, difficult, like you're doing something hard, but it's not working, the muscle we're targeting, and you have been given PT clam exercises if you've been given clamshell exercises from a PT, keep this going. We've got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, stop there. We're going to go through it one more time. But what I'm saying is if you've been given clamshell exercises, specific ones from a PT, and you want to put those in instead, please do it. There's so many ways to do clamshells. There's lots of ways to target these. And if you've been given good exercises, do those. All right, so let's get into our lying on our side position. We're going to do that forward and back and then hold. All right, so we are on our PT here. Everybody's got that leg up, heel leads. Here we go, forward and back. Body stays still. Only thing that's moving is that leg. So as your leg comes forward, you probably can feel your torso having to hold you from coming forward. That's good. When you've got your leg back, you should really feel that's where your glute med feels it the most. All right. Good. Hey, this is another one that you could do as a warm up for running. Get those muscles engaged, then head out the door. I love that. All right, 3, 2, come to the back, and we're going to hold here. So we're just lifting with our heel. So imagine your heel's leading. Toes are a little bit lower than your heel. You should feel this in the side of your butt. You're breathing, you're thinking about all the good thoughts. You're definitely not thinking anything mean about me. I mean, seriously, you are not. 3, 2, other side. All right. Other side, here we go. Let's get in position, nice long, and here we are. All right, everyone check your heel, but you don't need to look at it. You can feel. So you're looking straight for, you're just looking ahead, excuse me. And you're getting that heel just a little bit above your toes. Come as far forward and back as you can without swinging your body. Ooh, these are looking good. Yeah, you're also looking very 90s exercise video. That's the thing that happens. I think I said that last week, but I just can't help it. It feels very Jane Fonda. All right, 5 more seconds and we're gonna hold to the back. Good, 3, 2, all right, hold to the back. Check that your heel is in charge, not your toes. Your foot's in the right position so it engages the right muscles. All right, I will make sure I keep watching the clock because otherwise I'm gonna hear it from, well, no one, but you know, I'll imagine that I'm hearing it. 3, 2, nicely done. All right, so we are warmed up. Our glute meats should be screaming happiness. And now we are ready for our balance set. So our balance set, we are going to, let's see, what is the best way for me to do this one? The balance set, we are going to do 2 things, both obviously working on good balance. The first thing is going to be getting up from this lunge position. This might be too tough for some of you. And so I'm going to show you, this is what I'm hoping we can do. And then I'll show you something easier. But the position we're trying to get into is this half kneel with our hand up. This gives us something wobbly up here. Then we're going to try and stand up from here into a knee drive. You can see my balance isn't great, but that's what we're going for, and then back. So then you just come right back, keeping arm up into that same position, lower back down, come right back up. So we're trying not to go out of this very narrow lane. So everyone go for it. Let's just see it. Everyone's already doing it anyway. So if you cannot do this, it's absolutely fine to do a back lunge and then just step forward. So plain old back lunges, one side at a time, because we'll switch sides. But, ooh, I love these. All right, if you're finding that you are wobbling a little bit, slow it down. If you're finding that you are not wobbling at all, speed it up. You want to make it a little harder. So I don't want every rep to be perfect on these. We're challenging our balance. So make sure you challenge it, right? All right, go ahead and switch sides, switch sides. Sorry, I'm not joining for all of these. This is definitely not an easy one for me. With my special shoe, if you're not sure, the same knee and arm are up, just like in a turkish get up. Yes. Good. All right. I see that some of these, for some of you, are not as good as the first leg. We often start with our strong leg, right? Our dominant leg, and then we leave our leg for opportunity for the last. So for our next round, if you want to do it opposite, that's always good. Then you finish on a strong note. And 3, 2, 1. All right. And our second thing in our balance set, we are going to do a single leg hinge. And we're going to do these with an arch. So I have a foam roller. You can use anything you want. And if you have nothing, it doesn't matter. Pillow works, something I'll show you. We're going to be in this single leg hinge position with our hips parallel to the ground. So we're not open. We're parallel here. And then we've got something down here, or just our arms. And we're going to arch just like we warmed up those windmills. Gonna try and really challenge all the little muscles and tendons and all the things right around our ankles. So this is a lot of ankle stability. So everyone get something that you want to hold if you want to, or just move your arms, that's fine. And let's go for it. Let's see it. Let's see your good balance. Nice. Okay, so I see some of you are getting your foam roller really high. Great. Some of you, it's really hard to do that, and that's fine. If you can only move it 2 inches before you fall over, then that's all you got. That's fine. Try and move it 3, you go, whoa, get back in position. That is absolutely fine. You do not have to be perfect at these. If you are really feeling like, whoa, That's great. So move to the level that makes sense for you. All right. And 3, 2, go ahead. Switch sides. Switch sides. Let's see it. Hopefully you feel all the muscles around your ankles going like, yeah, this is hard. Then you know you're doing it right. If you feel this in your soul, sorry, maybe this is a sore spot for you. This is good though. It looks really good. I've not seen anyone fall over on their face. Happy to report. Not that I would expect that, but this is good. These are tough and good. Stop. All right. One more time through. We do our balance sets 2 times. So we're going to start back with that overhead. So we're down. Nice lifted rib cage, arms up, knuckles to the ceiling. Let's go for it. Good. And then come on back down. If you cannot get up from the ground well, or that just feels too hard, a regular step it back lunge, totally fine. And if you can, something over your head. Good. These are really too easy for you. You should be holding something overhead. It can be 5 or 10 pounds even, but anything overhead is pretty wobbly. So we really have to stabilize with our full body here. We don't do lots of planks when we're doing strength training because we are basically doing it all the time when we're holding weights. All right, and switch sides, everybody. Good. Let's see those arms coming up. Biceps and ears are buddies. They are staying close to each other. We're trying not to migrate out to here. Good. Keep it together. Keep it together, biceps and ears. Yes. All right. Okay, some of you guys are just floating through this. You definitely will have to do these again if you're doing it on your own. Do them with weights because you are flying. All right, and 3, 2, let's switch this to our hinge. All right, so the trickiest thing in the hinge, making sure our hips are even. So it is really easy for most people to come into this hinge. Our hips are open, you don't feel it in your hamstring. I want you to really think about keeping flat and parallel. All right, everyone, you're on. Let's see it. Get those arcs in. We're just doing an arc. It throws off our center of balance, makes our feet really do the work. Okay. If you're just nailing this, think about, what is my foot doing? Is my arch engaged? Is my hip staying flat? Is my back nice and long? Is my neck nice and long? Yes. And 3, 2, switch sides. Go for it. Okay, let's see this. This is most people's side for opportunity, right? We do not need to say bad side. There's enough bad news in the world. We don't have to tell ourselves we're bad. All right. Yes. Okay, you guys are good at this. I'm impressed. I thought this would be harder than it is. All right, if you feel like, well, it's hard for me, good, practice it. All right, 3, 2, nicely done. Get a drink of water. We are going to go on to our main set. So our main set, for those of you with weights, pull them out because I want you to use them. We are going to start with a side lunge. So what that's going to look like is we're going to come into a side and right back up. Then we're going to come down. We're going to hold 1, 2. We're going to do that to the count of 5. So we're going to do then 3 and then 4 and then 5. Then we'll do the other side. Then continuing that opening up of the hips, we're going to get into a sumo squat where we're going to just come down and up, and then we'll hold a sumo squat. That's going to be fun. It's going to make all of you love me. And then we're going to get down on the floor and I'll show you what we're doing there when we get there. So let's get started with our side lunges. If you're holding a weight, you can have it in that goblet position. So if it's a kettlebell, you can hold it by the horns here, or you can hold it in this crush position. Doesn't matter to me, as long as it's comfortable. Get it up here, but make sure it's not pulling you down. Okay, let's go for it. So side, that's 1. So now we come down and hold for 2. 1, 2. Perfect. Now we go for 3. Here's 1, 2, 3. Great. All right. 4. Make sure foot is forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And 5. This is our last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Okay. Now we're going for the other side. Here we go. So it's 1. All right. This is not going to look quite so pretty. Here we go. Here's 2. Good. All right. Do as I say, not as I do on this one. 1, 2, and 3. Well done. All right. Good. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. You're really thinking about get your butt behind you. And last time, here's our 5th. So it's 1, 2. You can see, show you from my good side here. Really trying to get butt back. And 5. Good. All right. Keep that weight. Totally fine. Or if you have something heavy, sumo squats, we can lift a lot in this position. So this is where we have our feet out, knees out. So knees track over our feet. So we can hold a lot here. So I want to see it. If you've got it, everyone ready? We're going for those sumo squats. So you're coming down as low as you can and then come back up. Yes. So inner thighs might have something to say to me about this tomorrow. I will accept all complaints. Good. Keep this going. Nice. If it feels too easy, think about squeezing your heels together as you come up. They won't move, but you'll really get a burn through there. Not that we're like going again for the 90s workout video, but it shouldn't be super easy like you're just whipping through. All right, come on down and hold. You're here, right? We might as well make it count. So that's why I know you guys have lots of strength. You can run for long periods of time. So we want to make it harder. 3, 2, yowzas. All right. Before everyone looks away from the screen, let me show you what we're doing for our third thing. We're going to be on the ground, on our back. We're going to have our feet in this butterfly position. So that's when our knees are out, feet are together. We've done these hip pops together where we pop our feet up and back down. So we're ending position is in that butterfly. So last time we were doing hip pops, we were trying to stay up here. Now we're starting from here and ending here. So this is really a tough one. If that's too tough for you, do the regular hip pops that we've been doing here. So level 1 would be hands on the ground to your side. Feet come directly up. Level 2, hands up, feet up. Level 3, butterfly position and pop back to that butterfly with that diagonal. All right. Let's see it, everybody. Do the one that feels tough for you, but manageable. Oh, yes. All right. Those butterflies should come and end in a diagonal. So your feet should be pretty far off the ground. If they're almost touching the ground, it's too far down. I mean, whatever you can control, obviously, if your feet come towards the ground because they're just flying there, well, what can you do, right? But we're aiming for real control here. So you should feel this, through your full torso, probably hips, inner thighs too, and done. Nicely done, everybody. All right. So now you know our main set. You've got it. Now we can go right through the next 2 times through without stopping. All right. So that's going to be our next 2 rounds. We're just going to go right through. So if you need a break, that's fine. I want to see good reps, not junk reps. So if you need to stop before I'm stopping counting, that's totally fine. We're not just pushing through and going for junk. All right, let's get those side lunges. Nice tall weight. If you've got it, here we go. 1. Come back up to tall. Yeah, good. Okay, here's 1, 2. Good. We're going for 5. Here's 1, 2, 3. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Are you thinking, oh my goodness, side to side motions? We never do this as a runner. That's why we're doing it. We want to stay strong in those positions. All right, other side. Here we go. 1. Here's 2. Good. Make sure your foot is forward, not sticking out to the side, because then feet, knees, eyes, butt all in line. Here's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. All right. I see lots of home weights. I love that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. That was it. All right. Get your weight or hold your weight or keep your weight, or you can have it down, but chest stays up. When you think about your shoulders are stacked over your hips and they stay that way. Let's go. Come on. Down and right back up. If it's too easy, feel like you're squeezing your heels towards each other. If it's too hard, come down less low. The idea is not for you to be sore for 4 days. I know that some people feel like that's the mark of a good workout. It is not. We are doing this to make our running better, not to kill our runs for the next 3 days, right? All right, here we go. Come on down and hang out here if you can. If you need to put down your weight, that's fine. I want you to really keep in mind, shoulders stay above your hips. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, on your back. On your back. Now, hip pops. So if you want to pop your hips from that up and down leg position, great. If you want to have your hands at your side, because that helps, great. Go for it. Time is ticking. If you want to get into that butterfly position, definitely harder, especially since we're working those adductors and already they're tired. So staying in that butterfly position for 40 seconds is probably not what your legs are interested in doing right now. So have your brain just send the message, it's cool, we got this, you're fine, everything's fine, it's fine, right? Good, there's just 15 more seconds. So if you need to take a break, do that. Join us now for these last 10 seconds if you can. Otherwise, just stop, it's okay. Only good reps. All right, 3, 2, nicely done. Come on up. We're going to go right into those side lunges. I'll make sure everyone's standing. So we've got everyone on board. All right. Well, everyone popped up so fast. Awesome. Okay, here we go. 1. Foot faces forward. Remember, here we go. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Good. Because we're using lighter weights, to make it feel heavier, we can hold the position a little longer, right? Here's 4, 2, 3, 4, and last time of this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Okay, other side. Here we go. 1. Here's 1, 2. Nice. Really send that butt back. 1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So now we change our feet position. Before our feet were facing forward. Now we've got them facing out, knees out, feet out, tracks, everything tracks. Here we go. Come on down and right back up. Good. You can have that weight up here. That forces you to brace. Basically, your torso should feel like you are doing a plank. If your weight's too heavy, having it down is just great. But as long as you're here, not here, because then it's just a lot of pressure on your back. All right, 5 more seconds till we hold. So 3, 2, here we go. Come on down, get comfortable here. Imagine we're having a tea party, so you're not moving all over the place, right? Just nice and still, totally calm, feeling amazing. Luckily, this is the last time I have to do this because my inner thighs are like, can we please do something else? 3, 2, all right, on your backs. On your backs. Last time, we're popping our hips up. So if you need to, use your hands to support you at your sides. It's fine. If you don't, put them up. Let's see you looking like a dead bug there. Go for it. Going for it. All right. And feet can be in that butterfly or directly up and down, whatever works for you. Make it so this is the hard thing. All right, there's 15 seconds. So if you need a break, take it now so that you can come back for the last 10 seconds and be the best popper in your whole house. You will win best ab work today in your whole room. 3, 2, nicely done. Look at that. Just like that, we're almost done. But of course, we have to finish with a little bit of jumping, right? We have our power sets at the end where we get a little bit of plyometrics in. We always want to work on a little bit of power. So for those of you who are able to jump, get a drink while I describe this one. For those of you who are able to jump, I want us doing squat jumps. These are pretty easy movements for all of you because I know you can do good squats. They start here and end here. So you come down here, I'm not jumping, but you'll get the point. You're squeezing up through the back of your body. Everything comes up and then you land here. You're never landing with legs extended because then you will break your knees into 10,000 pieces. It'll be terrible. All right, then the next thing we are going to jump rope. And what I want us is alternating feet. So that could mean 1, 2, 3 on one side, then 1, 2, 3 on the other side. Or you can just do both if jumping on one foot is tough. And if you're not jumping, I want you doing calf raises using both sides at the same time. Sorry. And if you're not jumping, doing squats without the jumps is just perfect. All right. So we're going to go through 3 times. We're going to go right through the set. So we're going to have squat jump, going to give us a little bit of breathing time, and then we'll go right into those jump ropes, however you want to do it. But I want to see some single leg work if you can. And here we go. So everyone's ready. Let's get down nice and low. Everyone low. Here we go. Squat jump. Whew. I'm faking it. Good. We're doing 20 seconds. So it's not a super long time. If you need to, jump, reset, stand up, take a deep breath, reset, or just jump and jump and jump. We got 3, 2, 1, 10 seconds rest here. And then we're going to go right into either calf raises and hang on because I want you to get to the tallest range of motion, or your jump ropes. Let's go for it. Jump rope or calf raise. So a couple on one foot, couple on the other, haha, cannot, and maybe a couple on both, whatever you want to do. But I want you jumping this whole time. We're doing 30 seconds, which means we're halfway through. So whatever that is for you, see if you can do it. Okay, good. I'm going to cue this for next time, but I want everyone to try and stay in their spot. All right, 3, 2, 1, take a breather for a second. For our jump ropes, I want to see if you can control yourself using your good, strong body by not jumping all over the house. I want you to imagine you're on an X and you're staying there. Okay, squat jumps, everybody. Let's get down low. Everyone starts low, whether you're jumping or not. Here we go. Do it. Squat jump or just a squat, whichever one works for you. If you're doing a squat, see if you can get nice and low. Come back up. Good. These are 20 seconds. Beautiful. Really pushing off with the toes, just like when we're running. 3, 2. All right. Breathe 10 seconds. Then we're going to start on those very small jumps. Again, we're working on that push off on our toes. Just like we want to push off on the forefoot when we're running, jump rope helps that. Let's go. Same thing. When we land, we want to land on that. So jump roping is so good for runners. All right, keep this going. We are almost halfway through. So if you want to switch to the other side or just jump a couple, switch. And if it's starting to feel bad for any reason, calf raises, please. All right, 5 more seconds. And take a break. We are last time through. I promised us 3 times. So for this last time through, give yourself the present of giant jumps, because when you're flying in the air, you have less, it's rest, right? All right, so here we go. We're going to get down low. Everyone coil it up. Going to get super power. Here we go. Whew. Jump it. Good. 20 seconds. All that rest while you're flying in the air. Probably doesn't really feel like that, but I imagine it so. So imagine it so. 10 seconds down, 10 more to go. Keep this going. All right, and 3, 2, Breathe in, 10-second break, and then our final 30 seconds. There are 30 seconds left in this workout. Yes, if it's bugging you, do calf raises instead. Let's do it. Calf raises or jump ropes. You've got 30 seconds to get those single leg jumps in, just doing the jump rope. If you imagine your jump rope, you will never mess up, because who would imagine themselves just messing up, right? You only imagine that you're basically doing like a double dutch kind of thing. That's very fancy. 10 seconds left. All right. Almost there. 3, 2, ta-da. Strength training is done for today, but it's not done. It's never done, right? A couple times a week, every week, all the time. It's our ticket to good running. Let's catch our breath before we do a quick cool down. For our cool down, I want us to do a couple of walkouts. I know those are kind of a hard one, right? But it's fine. We are warmed up. You are strong. Let's come on down, everyone, into a forward fold. We're going to come down, walk it out nice and slow. Walk it out, walk it out. We're going to do 3. So here's 1. Hold that plank for just a second and then go ahead and walk it back up. Nice and slow. You feel that stretch through the back of your legs. Roll it all the way up. Stand 1 inch taller. Yes, do it again. Another one. Second one. Come on down, walk it out. Beautiful. Only hold that plank for 1 second, then come on back up. And then get your third one in. We're going to stand up tall for our final thing. For our final move. Good. Everyone's almost there. Good. Once you are standing tall, I want you to take a big deep breath in. Imagine your shoulders are as wide as they can be. So take up all the space. So help your body take up the space. So we often have our shoulders curled in. Want them coming out and then out. So we're not smushing our back. So we're not opening our chest by coming like that. So we don't need to smush our back muscles. We need to just get big. Okay, everyone's big now. Take in 1 giant breath. Forward fold. Hang it out. Hang your arms. Hang your neck. Totally relaxed. Feel a stretch through the back of your legs. And you are done. I hope that felt good. I am so glad you guys were with me tonight. What a treat. And if you want to say hi, please do. Otherwise, have a great rest of your night.